the more I realize how unobtainable the iPhone Fold's gonna be, the more I'm like, hey, Z Fold's better. And Google Pixel's better. Is there any logic behind those statements? Not at all. But let's talk about it. So, this is now the most recent rumors with the iPhone Ultra, or as we like to call it, the iPhone Fold, and where we're sitting at. So, apparently, it's not going to have Face ID, which doesn't really shock me because I feel like. Honestly, no, it actually does shock me a little bit because even the Z Fold devices have Face ID, well, has facial unlock, which they have it on the inside display and the outside display. So the fact that this doesn't is kind of shocking, but it's also Apple, so I guess it shouldn't be shocking. It looks like it's going to have very similar camera specs to the iPhone 18 Pro Max, which I will say, Samsung, you could take, a little bit of, insight from when it comes to this. For some reason, the Z Fold series never has the same specs as the current S series of lineups. I know they do that to cut down the price tag of stuff, but it'd be nice to get the best camera possible for that year in the Z Fold device. If you're spending $2,000, 18 megapixel inner front camera, 18 megapixel cover front, 12 gigabytes of RAM. So this is something I saw, and it kind of made me take a second and step back. 12 gigabytes of RAM. Now, for an iPhone, or for a regular phone, that's fine, right? But we're talking about a foldable cell phone. You're probably going to be gaming on it. It's pretty much powering two separate displays that work together. Or I guess one technical display, but it's two separate batteries most likely. I'm surprised it's not 16 gigabytes. Now, this is not Android. Android has virtual RAM that goes up to like 16 gigabytes. So even if it's 12, it will virtually go up to 16. This is iPhone, Apple. So when they say 12, it's going to be 12. Now, of course, keep in mind, with Apple, with iOS, it's difficult for it ever to truly be utilized. Like, for example, the Macs that just, not the Mac, the iPad mini, not iPad mini, iPad M5, right? They come out in two storage options. One is 16 gigabytes, and I believe the other one is 8 gigabytes. Now, 16 isn't really double the RAM. The reason why 16 gigabytes is on the M5 iPads is because of the storage. So, in order to get 16 gigabytes, you have to get the 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte options. According to Apple, the 16 gigabyte versions are simply so that they can have the storage as fast as possible. For this phone, realistically speaking, iOS will probably at best only use 8 gigabytes, maybe 10 gigabytes. So 16 isn't really as necessary just because of the operating system. The operating system never takes advantage of these cell phones or how powerful these devices can get. Like the M5 iPad could be so freaking powerful. It could be beyond insanely powerful. That's not the case. You're not going to get that with the, M5. You're not going to get that with the iPads. They just don't take advantage of the hardware. It's so stupid, but it is what it is. Another thing. So it's going to be the Apple A20 Pro chip. Part of me thought, what if they went with the M5 series for the iPhone Ultra? Kind of same concept with the iPad. And I know this is a cell phone, this is not an iPad, but I could see the situation where you could kind of put the two together here. So I'm kind of surprised they're not doing that. It's titanium and aluminum. We'll see. It might end up just being aluminum. Seems like Apple wants to go toward that direction. And then we have the Apple C2 modem. So, yeah. By the way, shout out to Apple Central for posting this. As always, I'll leave a link down below the description to the actual post. But interesting. Interesting indeed. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. We'll see.